Xbox seems to be targeting massive studios for purchase that could change the gaming landscape even more. They could also have a massive AAA game locked down from a third-party developer. Let's get into what these rumors say and if Xbox is truly about to drop some major announcements. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Let's get right into these articles and rumors surrounding Xbox and the potential new studios and a potential new game we don't know about. But first, like always, if you like the video, hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. So the first thing I want to talk about is the potential studios that Xbox could be targeting when it comes to adding developers into the Xbox game studio family. There was a massive name that's been rumored for a little while now, and the team is Borderlands 3 developer Gearbox. Now, I know some people don't like this developer all that much because of the leadership in place, but their games speak for themselves. While Borderlands 3 didn't launch all that great, it's still a very massive and expansive game. And it's a developer that shipped out multiple massive AAA games, which is something I feel that Xbox can't get enough of. Here's what the article had to say. Microsoft reportedly considered acquiring Borderlands developer Gearbox Software. A Microsoft insider suggests that the company was looking at possibly acquiring Borderlands developer Gearbox Software at some point. Now, this new rumor comes from an insider that has been very right before. He's very well known in the gaming world, and that's Brad Sams, because he was one of the first people to talk about the Xbox Series S console and actually revealed the console a week before Xbox actually wanted to show it. Here's what the article had to say about the rumor and the studio that Xbox was targeting. Last month, Microsoft insider Brad Sams teased that the company was looking to make some more big acquisitions in 2021. Sams stopped short of revealing what those acquisitions would be, but apparently one possibility was Microsoft acquiring Gearbox Software. However, it seems as though Microsoft passed on acquiring the Borderlands developer or failed to outbid Embracer Group, as Gearbox has been acquired by Embracer Group. Sams reacted to the Gearbox Software acquisition news by stating that he believes Microsoft looked at acquiring Gearbox, and that was indeed one of the companies that he was teasing. Considering the popularity of the Borderlands franchise, Microsoft acquiring Gearbox Software would have been huge news, and certainly would have lived up to the expectations set for Microsoft acquisitions by rumor mongers as of late. Unfortunately, it's unclear at this point why the potential Microsoft Gearbox Software deal didn't go through, so fans will have to stand by for more details. Now, I have to admit, I didn't really think that Xbox was looking to grab Gearbox, but after taking a step back, I would have to say I'm starting to understand what type of developer Xbox is targeting, and it's studios that Phil Spencer has talked about before. He mentioned that he would be very apprehensive from buying a studio that doesn't make games on PC. And if you look at Bethesda, the biggest studios they've bought, they obviously make some of the biggest PC games ever made. Fallout, Skyrim, Doom, and pretty much every single game they make runs great on PC. And when you look at Gearbox, it's obvious that they've made some of the most amazing games not only on console, but on PC. Borderlands has been one of the best PC games to come out consistently. So when I think about Xbox targeting some of these so-called big names to join their first-party studios, I have to think about independent studios that have brought out great games that run great on not only consoles, but PCs. That's the whole point of what Xbox is trying to accomplish. They want games to go on Game Pass, which is an Xbox and PC. And the aggressive moves Xbox has been doing lately doesn't seem to be slowing down at all, which is what the article says right here. Microsoft has made some aggressive moves in recent years to build up its roster of first-party studios and library of exclusive games. It has mainly accomplished this through studio acquisitions, with the most high-profile so far easily being its pending acquisition of ZeniMax Media, which includes Bethesda, its associated development studios, and all of its games. A Microsoft acquisition of Gearbox Software wouldn't have been quite as big, but it would have seen the company gain control of one of the gaming's most popular IPs in Borderlands, not to mention other franchises like Brothers in Arms and Duke Nukem. So first of all, I love Brothers in Arms. I think a lot of people should play that game, and I really enjoyed it for what it was back in the day. While I do believe leadership in teams that can develop on multiple platforms is the most important aspect of a studio, I have a feeling that franchises, IPs are very important to Xbox. If we remember, Xbox does make some smaller games and enjoys those games, but what they're always looking for is massive games that could turn into a franchise. And not many studios can actually create those type of games. And the ones that do create those belong to other publishers and developers, which makes me think that another massive acquisition might be happening this year for Xbox, which is something the article mentions here. In the meantime, it remains to be seen what other big studio acquisitions Microsoft has up its sleeve for 2021. Reliable insiders have suggested that more Bethesda-level acquisitions are taking place this year, some of which will get Microsoft exclusive rights over major games. The possibilities are nearly endless at this point, so Xbox fans will just need to keep an eye out for more information. So do I think that Xbox is going to get something that's as big as the Bethesda and ZeniMax deal? I honestly don't know, but I have a hard time thinking they could match that big of an acquisition. I mean, when the Bethesda news dropped, it literally changed the entire landscape of gaming for everyone. Not just gamers, but people that make games and publishers that relied on Bethesda games to come to their platform. So the only other publisher I can see that would equal or surpass Bethesda is Ubisoft, because they have some of the biggest, and I mean biggest IPs in the entire industry. And I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft is talking to them to see if an acquisition is possible. And the next one to me would be WB Games. Again, that has been rumored for a long time, and I think that getting Batman and all those other studios that are extremely talented would be huge, especially at getting like a fighter like Mortal Kombat and Injustice. The IPs and the franchises in WB Games is unprecedented, so that could be another one. And you know that there's developers like Gearbox and CD Projekt Red and other big independent studios. You can see that Xbox isn't messing around. They truly want to get more studios so they can make games to put on Xbox Game Pass. But studios aren't the only thing Xbox can do. There's also a possibility that they could just sign a huge AAA second-party deal with a developer they don't own. Here's what a recent rumor had to say. YouTuber and game reviewer ACG recently made an appearance on an episode of Defining Duke podcast where he revealed a rumor about Microsoft purchasing another studio. Along with that studio would be an exclusive title that was described as a B-level surprise. ACG would not go into more detail about what the studio may be joining the ranks of Rare and Obsidian. The YouTuber told the Defining Duke podcast that due to having friends at that specific studio, no name of it would be mentioned. Now, this is something I don't think a lot of people talk about, which is Xbox targeting a specific studio to grab an exclusive game. And I don't know why we don't talk about this, considering Xbox has mentioned they have over 30 exclusive games coming to the Xbox from third-party developers. All of those games coming to Game Pass day and date. So yeah, what ACG is saying here could be true, and it could be a surprise reveal we get at an event. Maybe an event that's happening soon, which has been rumored. Xbox could announce a pretty big game that's going to be exclusive to the Xbox Series X pretty soon when an event happens. I think this could happen because we all know that Xbox doesn't really like funding massive second-party games, especially after what happened with Scalebound and of course Crackdown 3, which in turn could mean they're waiting until the game is very close to done before announcing it. The only question is, what type of game is it, which is something the article mentions here. Presumably, an A-level title can include any fresh Halo, Elder Scrolls, or Fallout game. Elder Scrolls 6 is not close to debuting, Halo was delayed until the fall of 2021, and Fallout 76 is still receiving weekly updates, so that is not an option at this time. Starfield is a Bethesda property with rumors swirling around the internet of its potential exclusivity. It could also be a new IP that has yet to be revealed to the world. Only time will tell when or if ACG's rumor comes to fruition. Spencer's not shy from the media, and since gaming conventions are not able to take place due to the pandemic, an online announcement is a realistic avenue where that information will be shared. Now, I have no idea what this game could be, but I have mentioned multiple times that I think Xbox has some deals in place we just don't know about. And I'm not just talking about studios, but second-party games deals that Xbox has locked down for years. Phil Spencer himself has mentioned that they have some of these deals in place and they haven't announced them yet. Be it from Bethesda or from other studios, they're always on the hunt for great deals that benefit Xbox. And the one thing that truly benefits Xbox is bringing constant content to Xbox Game Pass. And since games take 3 to 5 years to make at a high level, I wouldn't be shocked to see Xbox lock down a couple of deals with studios from all over, just to have a steady stream of content hit Xbox Game Pass. Either way, I think that 2021 is going to be a massive year for Xbox, and I have a feeling they'll have a lot of new game announcements this year and even some studio announcements. The funding for Microsoft is massive, and I think it's only going to get even bigger because Xbox Game Pass is turning a huge profit for them right now. The only way to continue this is to bring more games into the service at a consistent rate, which I have a feeling Xbox is going to continue to do. But enough of what I think, tell me what you think about all of this. What studio could Xbox target right now? What publisher could they target? Do you think Ubisoft is on the table? Can Xbox purchase another massive publisher like ZeniMax? Was Xbox close to grabbing Gearbox? What new game is ACG talking about? Will Xbox buy a studio and exclusive game at the same time? How many games is Xbox going to announce for 2021? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there. So get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. Right now, I'm playing a lot of Call of Duty and a bunch of other different little games. I'm just having a lot of fun. I've even jumped into Minecraft Dungeons. I've played a lot of Rocket League. I'm having a lot of fun with Rocket League Ranked and Drop Shot. So I'm just playing a bunch of games. So I don't know. I'm not in a mood for a specific game. I'm just having a lot of fun with all types of different games. And I'm enjoying Game Pass because of that, because there's a lot of different genres on there. And I'm just enjoying Game Pass and the plethora of games they have on there. But tell me what you're playing. Are you playing something on your Xbox? Are you going through your backlog? Or are you enjoying a single player or multiplayer game? Or are you doing something competitive like ranking up in Rainbow Six Siege or something like that? Go down below and let me know what game you're playing, because that's what we're here for, to talk about gaming. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.